Welcome to Puppetized Children's Church. Chitter, 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 chitter. Oh, is Garrett a king today? Wow, you get to be a king in our story? Well, you were getting to be Jesus, who was a king. Now you get to be a king. King. Are you a good king? No, you're not a good king. You're a bad king? Oh my. Is that fun? Are you going to have fun being a bad king? You probably are, yes. Well, you know, the Bible says that you should pray for your leaders even when they're bad kings. Yeah. Would that... That seems kind of hard. Yeah, you think you should be prayed for, though, even though you're being bad? The Bible also says you should pray for your enemies. Chitter! Chitter, chitter, chitter! That's hard, too, but maybe if you pray for your enemies, maybe they'll become your friends. Because God wants everybody to become our friends and to be good and be safe. Chitter, chitter. But thankfully today, we're talking about praying for our friends, which is much easier. Yeah, you're our friend, even when you're pretending to be a bad king. Chitter, chitter, chitter. So, Porky, can you read us our memory verse about praying for our friends?
Pork, 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 porky, porky, pork, pork, porky, pork, pork, pork. Porky said, "You'll always keep on praying for the Lord's people." Ephesians 6:18.
Always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. So pray all the time for the other Christians, for your friends in the church. Yeah, you should pray all the time for everybody anyway, but especially make sure and pray for the other Christians you know, that God would protect them and they would stay safe and healthy. That's a big deal right now, isn't it? All right, let's say it together. Always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Ephesians 6:18. Do you like that memory verse? Yeah? Okay, one more time. Always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Ephesians 6:18. Okay, you just like the reference? Okay. That's a little bit odd. Well, Garrett, do you have a song for us today? Oh, you want to do Kumbaya? Okay, I like this song too. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Oh, Chitter says that's a very pretty song. Chitter, 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 chitter. But he has no idea what it means. Kumbaya means come by here. It's in some African language. So you're asking God to come here. I mean, God's already here, but I think you're asking him to be here and help us and so on. Chitter, chitter. And I think maybe Garrett chose that song because the next verse has prayer in it. Is that why you chose it? Oh, okay. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Chitter, chitter. All right, do you get to be an angel again? Chitter, chitter, chitter. You know, there are quite a few parts in our story today, and so hopefully there are plenty of puppets. Animals. Hopefully there are plenty of animals back there to play all the parts. This is probably our last story with Peter. I think it's going to go to stories about Paul after this, although I'm sure Peter kept going around telling people about Jesus and so on. But we don't have very many more stories about him. But we're going to start this story with King Herod. Now, this is not the same King Herod who tried to have baby Jesus killed. This is his grandson, Herod, I think it's Herod Antipas II. Anyway, that's who this Herod is. He's Herod's grandson, and he's in charge of this area, and he wants to make sure that the Jews stay happy. Not the Jews who are Christians, but the Jews who are still Jewish leaders. And so he arrested some people who were Christians. He wanted to make them suffer greatly. Yes. He had James killed with the sword. Chitter, chitter. Which James, the next sentence says this was John's brother. So this was the first apostle who died. James, brother of John. Chitter, chitter. Well, Herod saw that the death of James really made the Jews happy. So he arrested Peter too.
Pork?
Yeah, he arrested Peter because Peter was one of the leaders in the church. So Herod arrested him next.
Porky.
After Herod arrested Peter, he put him in prison and he placed him under guard. He was watched by 4 groups of 4 soldiers each. Chitter, chitter. Yeah, that would be 16 soldiers. He had chains and 16 soldiers watching him. Herod wants to make sure he does not get away. Hopefully we'll have some soldiers up here pretty soon. Herod planned to put Peter on trial. So Peter was stuck in prison, but
Gone.
Are you the soldiers?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess Garrett's the soldiers today too. So Peter was kept in prison, but the church was praying very hard for him. They were praying to God for him. Just like I said, your chains fell off, Peter. I'm getting them back to you because you're still in prison, so you still need your chains. There we go. The church was praying hard to God for him, just like in our memory verse, always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Yeah. Now the night before Herod was going to bring him to trial and probably try to have him killed, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers. And 2 chains held him there, and there were other soldiers guarding the entrance. Herod really did not want you to get away, Peter. Suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared, chitter, chitter, and a light shone in the cell. The angel struck Peter on the side, chitter, 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 and Peter woke up. The angel said, chitter, 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 quick, get up. And the chains fell off of him. Whee! The chains fell right off. Then the angel said, chitter, chitter, chitter. Put on your coat. And the angel said, chitter, chitter, follow me. Peter followed him out of the prison, but he didn't think this was really happening. He thought he was just dreaming. They passed the first guards and the second guards, and they came to the big iron gate that led to the city, and it opened all by itself. They went through it and walked down one street, and then suddenly the angel was gone. Poof! Chitter, chitter. Yeah, you like poofing? Chitter, chitter, chitter. You like being a brightly shining angel who does amazing things. Chitter, 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 chitter. Then Peter realized what had happened, and he said,
Pork, 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 porky.
now I know for sure that the Lord has sent his angel. He set me free from Herod. God saved me. Well, when Peter understood what had happened, he went to Mary's house. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Which Mary? Oh, the next sentence says, Mary was the mother of John Mark. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Well, we think John Mark is who wrote the book of Mark. Chitter. Okay. Many people had gathered in her home and they were praying there. Probably for Peter, since it said earlier that the church was praying for him. Peter knocked on the door and a servant named Rhoda came to answer it. She recognized Peter's voice and she was so excited that she ran back inside without even opening the door. And she said, Peter is at the door. Well, the other people said, oh, wait, we need other Christians. We need other Christians to say something.
Gong.
You're out of your mind, they said. But she kept saying, it's true, it's Peter. So they finally said,
Gong, gong, gong.
it must be his angel. Maybe it's an angel. Maybe it's not really him. Or maybe a ghost. Who knows? Well, Peter kept knocking. Are you getting tired of knocking yet, Peter?
Porky.
I think you're probably still excited about being saved. Hopefully you can hear them yelling back and forth in there. You know what's going on. When they opened the door and saw him, they were amazed. Peter told them about how God had brought him out of prison. And he said,
Pork, 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 porky, pork.
tell James, chitter, chitter, chitter. I know that James died. This is James, the brother of Jesus. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Well, there were 2 Jameses who were apostles. James, brother of John, and James the Less. And Jesus had a brother named James who was, and that's who wrote the book of James that's in the Bible. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Yeah, it can be confusing. So tell James, because James believed in his brother Jesus now, and he'd become one of the leaders in the church. And the other Christians about this, he said, and then he went somewhere else. Probably so that those Christians there would not get in trouble. He probably went too high, which I think was very reasonable given that Herod was trying to arrest him. In the morning, the soldiers were bewildered. Chitter, chitter. That means they were really confused because they'd been guarding this guy and they'd had chains on him. And he was gone. And our soldiers kind of gone.
Gone, gone.
Oh, there's our soldiers. The soldiers were confused. They could not figure out what had happened to Peter. So Herod
Gone.
had them look everywhere for Peter, but they could not find him. Then Herod questioned those guards closely.
Gone, gone, gone.
And then he had them put to death. Yeah, Herod was not very nice. And they had let their prisoner escape, and so he blamed them and killed them instead of Peter. Chitter, chitter. But Peter escaped because God sent an angel. Chitter! Nice. Nice job, Garrett. Very good job playing all those parts. Chitter, chitter, chitter.
Gone.
Yeah, Chitter says you're a very good actor.
Gone, gone.
Chitter, chitter, chitter.
Gone, gone.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? Chitter, 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 chitter. Yeah. Chitter, 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 chitter. Chitter says there are a lot of Jameses in the Bible. Chitter, 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 chitter. And a lot of Marys. Chitter, 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 chitter. And Chitter really thinks that they shouldn't be repeating all these names all the time because it's confusing. Chitter, 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 chitter. So why couldn't they give all these people different names? Why'd they keep reusing the names? Chitter, chitter, chitter. And you want to ask Kevin? Chitter. Okay, you always want to ask Kevin. Chitter, 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 chitter. Yeah, you like asking Kevin. That's fine. Okay, well let's go ask Mr. Kevin why there are so many Jameses in the Bible. Chitter? Hey.
Chitter. Hi, Chitter. How are you?
Chitter.
Oh, hi, kids. Hey, everybody. I was just doing some work on my computer. Chitter, what are you up to?
Chitter. He has a question.
Another question.
As always, yes. He always wants to ask you. He doesn't, not me.
I'm honored. Chitter, I'm touched.
Chitter.
Look. Touch my hand.
Chitter.
Oh, I'm touched. Oh, that's great.
Chitter. Yeah, he can be pretty weird. Yes. Chitter's question for today was chitter. He says there were 2 Jameses in our story today, and he found out there's another James, and there was a Mary in our story, and there are lots of other Marys, and he just thinks it's way too confusing that all these people in the Bible have the same name. Chitter. They should change that.
That was a statement, not a question.
Chitter. Why do they all have the same names? Chitter.
Oh, yeah. Good question. Good question, Chitter. Okay, so the reason is because it's a true story. And in real life, a lot of people have the same name.
Chitter?
Yeah, they do. So there are a bunch of Jameses. We have a couple of them in the Bible, and there are also at least 3 Johns. John the Baptist, John the Apostle, and John Mark.
Chitter.
Who we think wrote the book of Mark.
He was in our story today.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Okay, so hold on just a second, all right? Let me look something up real fast. Let me get on the Google.
Chitter?
Yeah, the Google is awesome.
Chitter.
And okay. All right, come take a look.
Chitter.
It's right here.
Chitter.
Yep.
Chitter.
Isn't that great? So these are people with my name. Famous people named Kevin. So you have Kevin Costner. He's an actor, very famous. Kevin Garnett, basketball player. He was awesome. He's retired now. Kevin Jonas. He's a singer. Kevin Bacon. He's an actor too. Kevin Brown. And he's a baseball player. And some other Kevin. I don't know who that is. Huh. How do you get on that list? Weird. It's kind of funny looking. Yeah. So there you go, Chitter. So there are lots of people named Kevin. Lots of famous people named Kevin. Yeah, and there were lots of people named James, and there were lots of people in the Bible named Mary. That was a very common name in their time. Yeah, and there were even lots of people named Jesus.
Chitter?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Chitter.
Yeah, because in Jesus' language, his name was Yeshua. And Yeshua can be Jesus. It can also be Joshua. It can be Jesus. So if you know anybody named Joshua or Josh or Jesus, then that's the same name as Jesus.
Chitter?
And it means the Lord saves.
Chitter.
It's a great name, yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. I gotta fix a little something right here. Hey, let me look up. Let's look up Chitter. Hold on.
Chitter? Chitter.
All right.
Chitter does not think there's anybody else with his name. His name is unique. Chitter. He does not know any other Chitters.
Okay. Just fix this in right here. How do you spell that? Chitte.
Chitter. Chitter.
Oh, look, there's you. There's you. Hey, come and look. Wow. Chitter the great.
Chitter.
And Chitter the cat? Huh.
Chitter.
Okay, that's interesting. And somebody named Bob Chitter, who I think was in Tanzania.
Chitter.
Yeah, it's a long way from
It's
here.
in Africa.
That's in Africa.
Chitter.
Yeah.
Chitter.
Oh, they probably have nuts there.
Chitter.
Okay.
Chitter.
You're famous, Chitter. Look, it says Chitter the Great. I didn't know you had a last name. Wow.
Chitter.
You're awesome. Yeah, great question, Chitter. All right. See you next time.
Chitter.
Bye, kids.
Chitter.
All right, back to work. How to become a famous puppet?
Chitter.
It says you should be on videos for kids.
Chitter.
Yeah, I should try that sometime.
Chitter.
Yeah, you could be on there too.
Chitter.
Yeah, we could talk and you could ask me questions and I could tell you all the answers. Wouldn't that be great? The kids would love us.
Chitter.
Yeah.